I said I wasn't going to be uploading videos to my channel, but this is just too insane not to have an opinion on. Enzo, and Javier Pastore, man. Enzo Fernandez, brother. Now, it's come out today. Real Madrid put out an official statement regarding the rumors, the allegations that they're in for Enzo Fernandez. Let me just say this. Enzo, sack your agent, man. Sack your agent. What an absolute embarrassment he has been during this entire saga, right? We've seen the reported fee that Chelsea want Enzo Fernandez for, and I've seen people talk about how, Real Madrid are going to come back in for him, and, it's not over yet, this and that. When a club like Real Madrid put out a statement like that and deny the communication and deny the contacts, Javier Pastore talks to a Spanish journalist a few days ago saying that he's actively trying to leave Chelsea. We're trying to find clubs and solutions. He's on a list of 5 midfielders and all that stuff. And then Real Madrid come out and essentially put the nail in the coffin that move is not going to happen. How in the hell do you allow your agent to continuously speak on a move for his client when no clubs have ever really been interested in signing him? Now, does that mean that Enzo Fernandez is a shit player? No, absolutely not. He's a quality midfield player. He was arguably the player of the season last season, but that went to João Pedro. And when you have a guy that, his dream is to live in Madrid, he likes the warm weather, all this stuff, then you end up being essentially rejected by the biggest club in the world because your agent can't keep his mouth shut. I remember quotes during this World Cup saying that he wants to keep his transfer request quiet. He just wants to focus on Argentina and the World Cup, and he has every right to do that. But when you've been publicly out there trying to push for a move away from Chelsea and it's completely backfired on you, I don't know how he's supposed to come back to the club next season and have the fans' support at all. Now, his issue, I believe, with the club is that he just wants a new contract with higher paying wages. That's understandable. I think he deserves that. But he's going to need to sack his agent. There's no other way around it. Javier Pastore has turned into probably the most embarrassing agent that we've ever seen. And he may have completely sabotaged a transfer away for Enzo to Real Madrid. Now, when you're seeing players like Elliot Anderson, when you're seeing other midfield players go for the region of 120 million, it begs the question, Enzo Fernandez is better than Elliot Anderson. So I can see why Chelsea are asking for 120 million pounds. But now that move is effectively dead. Now, how does he fit and how does he work his way back? The first order of business, you sack your agent. The second order of business is you need to go out there next season with this club that you're currently at and justify why you belong back in the squad. I love Enzo Fernandez. He's one of my favorite players at the club for a reason. But you cannot sit here for the life of me and have your agent publicly speak like this and then not get rid of him. You have to get rid of him. He needs to go into this next season after he gets his rest, depending how far Argentina go in the World Cup, and get new management, get a new agent, get a new camp, honestly. Like, it's embarrassing, dude. It's absolutely embarrassing that this has gone down the way it has. How does Enzo come back from this? How does he even think about trying to come back? from this? How does Xabi Alonso integrate him in the squad? If he's going to play in a 3-4-3 system, which means that you have two central midfield players, how does he fit into that? Right? So my question to Chelsea fans, my question to people in general, what should Enzo Fernandez really do? Should he sack his agent? Does Chelsea and Xabi Alonso reintegrate him back in the squad, knowing his quality and knowing the impact he has on the team? Because I think at this point, he's no longer like the vice captain of the club. That's one thing for certain. He's not the vice captain of the club. You got Mark Cucurella saying, oh, I hope Enzo Fernandez can find a way to come play with us. You know, I'm wishing him the best and all this stuff. All that has completely backfired. Like, you just want to talk about one of the most embarrassing ways to get rejected by a club, having Real Madrid come out with the official statement that they don't understand the rumors and the allegations and the fact that there was never any contact. There was never any club-to-club talks. There was never personal terms agreed. It's embarrassing, bro. It's absolutely embarrassing. So, where does he go from here? I think the one thing that Enzo is going to have to really understand is that when he comes back to Cobham, he's going to have a crap ton of questions to answer. Do you want to be here? Are you sure you want to be here? What's your plan going forward? Was there ever any real contact with Real Madrid? Because Jose Mourinho, if you know the type of manager he is, he needs shithousers. He needs more than just that. He needs players that can break up play, and that's why Tchouaméni is not going to leave Real Madrid. And I don't think the reports of Jose Mourinho has identified Enzo Fernandez as the midfielder he wants, because it's come out from the club that there's been no contact whatsoever. What an embarrassment. What an absolute freaking embarrassment this has turned out to actually be. So let me know in the comments. Drop a like, share, do all that stuff. It doesn't mean I'm coming back on this channel for good, but when it comes to Enzo Fernandez and the way that this has gone down, I had to give my opinion on it, bro. So drop a like, comment, tell me how you guys are feeling about this, because I just find this to be absolutely embarrassing, not just for Enzo, but for the agent himself, that he's not going to be able to represent any other player after it's gone down like this. So I'm Jason, No Filter Chels. Drop a like, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys sometime in the future.